What's up, Blue Jay fans? Rob Scott of the Jay Talking Podcast, back again with another game recap, finishing off Game 3 of the series between the Tigers and Blue Jays. Blue Jays looking for the sweep. It was Spencer Turnbull on the hill versus Chris Bassitt. Blue Jays come in tied 4th overall in runs scored, and the Tigers are dead last in runs by a lot. Couple quick notes. Miguel Cabrera was honored before the game on his farewell tour, his final season, and Matt Chapman sat this one because of illness. Let's jump right in and go through the box scores, and then we'll have a few notes at the end, so please stick around until then. Top of the first, Chris Bassitt pitching. Nick Maton flies out. Tyler Nevin walks, and then the next two batters K. Blue Jays bottom of the first, Spencer Turnbull, Springer Ks, Bo singles, Vladdy walks, Varsho pop out, infield fly pop out, and then Kirk flies out. Nothing after one. Top of two, Torkelson Ks, Javier Baez doubles off the top of the wall, and then inexplicably forgot how many outs were out, how many outs there were. A.J. Hinch had a talk with him in between innings, and he did not return. He must not have said good things. And Akil Baddoo flied out into a double play to end that on Baez's bad blunder. Bottom of the second, Turnbull goes through the Jays 1-2-3. Top of the third, Bassitt faces Zach McKinstry. He flies out. Jake Rogers singles. Nick Maton doubles. And then Tyler Nevin sac fly RBI gives the Tigers a 1-0 lead. Green finishes out with a pop-up. Bottom of the third, Kevin Biggio singles and then eventually would steal. That makes him 26 of 27 on his career. Springer Ks, though. And then Bo flies out. Biggio moves to third. Vladdy with an RBI line drive single back up the middle ties it 1-1. Varsho Ks to end it 1-1. Bottom of three. Top of the four. Chris Bassitt goes 1-2-3 through the Tigers. Bottom of the four. I don't know what I said there. Top of the four. Bottom of the four. Now Turnbull. Kirk grounds out. Belt doubles. He's starting to heat up a little bit, it looks like. Witt Ks. And then SB grounds out. But an error puts runners on first and third, and Biggio grounds out to first to end it. Still tied 1-1. Top of the fifth, Bassitt walks the leadoff batter, Baddoo. Zach McKinstry with a double, and RBI makes it 2-1, breaks the tie. Jake Rogers grounds out, runner moves to third. Nick Maton and Tyler Nevin both K to finish it off. Bassitt pitched through it, kept the damage to a minimum. Bottom of the fifth, Turnbull still on the hill. Springer singles, then Bo singles on a lucky base hit, really. It hit the ump, would have been probably a double play, but he's on, 2 on, nobody out. Vladdy pops out. Varsho grounds out, moves runners to second and third. Kirk then Ks, still 2-1. Detroit top six, Riley Green Ks. Carpenter hit by pitch. Torkelson Ks. Shoop walks, and then Baddoo flies out to end the threat and end Chris Bassitt's night. But the Blue Jays are down, with the Blue Jays down 2-1. Bottom of the sixth, Chasen Shreve comes in. Belt pops out. Witt singles to right, then steals a base. Runner on second. Espy grounds out. Then Biggio Ks. That makes the Jays 1 for 12 in this game with runners in scoring position. Still 2-1. Top of the seventh, pitching change. Adam Simper comes in with his mid-80s fastball. He immediately walks McKinstry. Jake Rogers has a fielder's choice. And Maton bloops single. Tyler Nevin flies out at the plate. Pitching change, Tim Meza comes in and then gets Green to ground out into a fielder's choice to home plate. Nice little play by Kirky. And then Matt Vierling, pinch hitting for Carpenter, flies out. So incredibly bases loaded, nobody out. They get out of it. Bottom of the seventh, Jason Foley comes in, makes quick work of the top of the order, 1-2-3 through the Jays, 1-2-3 hitters. Still 2-1 Detroit. Top of the eighth, pitching change. Anthony Bass now in. Spencer Torkelson greets him with a double. Jonathan Scope, Ks. Akil Baddoo intentionally walked. Runners on first and second now. Ryan Creedle comes in. He pops out infield fly rule. Jake Rogers, though, follows up with a double, gets some insurance, RBI, 3-1 now. Nick Maton Ks to end it. Bottom of the 8th, Jose Cisnero comes in. He Ks Varsho. Kirk bloops single, but then Belt hits into a double play that ends that threat. 3-1 to the top of the 9th. Trevor Richards comes in. He immediately hits Tyler Nevin, runner on first, but then Green flies out to deep center. Veerling flies out, and Torkelson Ks. 3-1 to the Jays' last hope. Bottom of the 9th, Alex Langen. Witt ground out to third. Espy ground out to third. Biggio Ks, and that is your ball game. Blue Jays lose 3-1. Blue Jays pitcher Chris Bassitt, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 1 hit batter, 7 Ks on 107 pitches. 62.6% of them were for strikes. Adam Simber had poor control on a handful of his pitches, were more than 10 inches off the plate, but no real hard contact off him. But he did not do a good job today. A third of an inning, 1 hit, 1 walk. Tim Mesa came in to end that bases loaded threat. Got a third of an inning. Anthony Bass tossed an inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 2 Ks. Trevor Richards with a inning and a K. Detroit pitcher Spencer Turnbull gets the win. Tossed 5 strong innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 6 Ks on 88 pitches. 72.7% of those were strikes. Chasen Shreve tossed an inning, 1 hit, 1 K. Jason Foley, 1 inning, 1 K. Jose Cisnero, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 K. And Alex Lang, 1 inning, 1 K, and got the save. Detroit bullpen was very good. 4 innings total, 2 hits, no walks, 4 Ks. Blue Jays bullpen, 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, a hit batter, and 3 Ks. Blue Jays hitters got 8 hits on the game, 1 run, 2 steals, 1 walk, 10 Ks. They left 20 on base. Bo was 2 for 4. Guerrero 1 for 3 with a ribby and a walk. Biggio 1 for 4 with a run and a steal. Witt, Springer, Kirk, and Belt each with a hit. Detroit hitters had 7 hits, 3 runs, 5 walks, 10 Ks, 28 left on base for them. Nick Maton was 2 for 5. Zach McGinstry was 1 for 2 with a rib. Jake Rogers 2 for 4 with a rib and a run. Javier Baez was 1 for 1. And Spencer Torkelson was 1 for 5 with a run. So let's finish up with some notes. The Bassitt pitch com thing. I'm finally beginning to understand a little bit more why Bassitt uses that pitch com. He has said that with so many pitches that he throws, 3 different fastballs, 3 different curveballs, a couple changeups, it takes a while for pitchers to get used to him. And James McCann from his time with the Mets, I believe, said it took him 5 full starts to adjust to Bassitt. And the Blue Jays catchers, Jansen and Kirk, have not had that much time to be able to adjust to him. So he's using this, I'm presuming, and he's going to get rid of it. He's using it right now until they get used to the sequencing and how he works throughout the game. So I thought that was interesting. And I would like to see him get rid of it because, I mean, maybe he can handle it, but I just like that focus between pitcher, catcher. Okay, not pitcher, digital, catcher. But whatever. But Bassitt was strong. We should really like what we saw tonight. Despite the loss, what was really important was that he came out strong again. And even though it was a weak Detroit team, I thought he pitched very well. Mixed a low 70s curveball, which was good all night, with a low 90s fastball. And this is all he needs to do. 6 innings, 2 runs here, 6 innings, 3 runs there, 6 innings, 2 runs here, 6 innings, 3 runs there. Just keep mixing that up. And by the end of the season, you're going to be very solid. I predicted 15 wins, about a 3.85 ERA for him. So that was very good to see him go back-to-back with solid starts. He tossed 100-plus pitches for the 2nd game in a row. The bottom 4 in the order, Belt, Witt, Espy, Biggio, whenever we see that together, as I've said a few times, has a lot of potential to be very weak. I know a lot of people jumped on Witt because he ended strong, so, oh God, we got the good Witt back again. We don't really know that. And if we don't, it's a real weak hole, especially seeing him in the outfield. His bat just is not good enough for the outfield. Second base, okay, but not the outfield. Biggio, I want Biggio to do really well, and I just don't see it. He strikes out so much, and the swings aren't even good sometimes. I mean, I just feel he's overpowered most of the time he's up, and I just don't feel confident in him at all. Belt does seem like he's turning it around a little bit, but again, he's not going to be a masher. Like the 28 home run season is a fluke, and you will see nothing like that again. He's a 10 home run guy with this club, and that's about it, so don't expect more. Espy has not been off to a good start, and he's not his main strength is not his bat anyway. It's his versatile defense. So we will probably have to adjust and add something to that to break up that weakness. I know Chapman wasn't in today, and that creates another weaker bat lower in the order, but it is what it is. So the Blue Jays lose 6-4 on the road. We were all very happy with that road trip. So stay in a good mood because we just took 2 out of 3. So we all wanted that sweep, but anytime you're winning two out of 3 every series, you're doing amazing. So we just followed up a 6-4 trip, which we were very happy with taking 2 out of 3. So everything is still very good. Stay balanced, stay calm. Things are good, okay? Now we get that fun series that we've been looking for. Blue Jays now 8-5 on the season, taking on the Rays tomorrow for a 3-game set. We're all excited for that. They are tied with the Yankees for second in division. So I'll see you tomorrow after the game.